Hey guys, welcome back to GeoBoss DE. That's the name of the channel. GeoBoss, me, DE, Deutschland, for you guys, the Germans. So thank you guys for watching this video. First of all, this video was recommended by Zapster. Shout out to Zapster. And this video is titled, I Really Respect Germany for This. And it's coming from the channel known as Nauf. He's an American who's actually living in Germany. My buddy, I actually hit him up on Instagram in the past. And I remember asking him if I could actually do reaction videos to his videos. And he definitely said I could, right? And it's awesome that somebody actually recommended it right now. So I'll be checking out his video. So let's see what this video is all about and what respect did he actually, gained for Germany. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, feel free to leave us in the comment section or click the link that will be in the comment section as well. And once you click that link, it's going to be a YouTube playlist. You click that playlist and add whatever videos you want to add here on YouTube to it, and I'll react to it just for you. But either ways, guys, let's get right into this video.
In Schwäbisch Hall, there is a bookstore that I like to stop into from time to time.
That's right.
Irrelevant but interesting side note, that bookstore has been around since 1596.
Stop the cap.
Wow.
Stop the cap. How? 15 who? 15 what? Boy. Listen, there's just no way that bookstore has been here since 1596, bro. Like, I'm just not gonna believe it, man. I don't know. Wow, man. Germany, what the heck? What is going on in that country, man? Like, you guys have history for real. Like, what the freak show, man?
Now, in that bookstore, there's a small little English section where I found this book.
Why the Germans
do it better. Now, I'm only like 30 pages into the book, so I can't really recommend it or not recommend it yet. I will say it is pretty interesting so far. But what has caught my eye and made me want to make this video were two sentences on the first page of the book. Now, I've got to read two paragraphs to give you context for the two sentences.
Gotcha.
Here it is. In January 2021, Germany turned 150 years old, but its people barely marked that milestone. Germany, from the time of Bismarck to that of Hitler, is synonymous with militarism, war, the Holocaust, and division. No country has caused so much harm in so little time. And yet, two nearby anniversaries tell a different history. In November 2019, millions celebrated 30 years since the Berlin Wall came down. In October 2020, 3 decades had passed since reunification. Half of modern Germany's lifespan has been a tale of horror, war, and dictatorship. The other half is a remarkable tale of atonement, stability, and maturity. No country has achieved so much good in so little time. Those two sentences at the end of each paragraph. No country has caused so much harm in so little time.
It's the accountability for me. Like, it literally gave me chills hearing Nauf read that. I actually appreciate him reading that. Like, I'm horrendous at reading because I have dyslexia. I see what is not there. I read what is not there. So I'd probably do really bad at that. But the whole point is, it's beautiful, honestly, what he said for real. Like, no country has caused that much damage and no country has caused that much change, has done much. I'm not quoting exactly what he said, but you understand the point. And it's actually really interesting to me how Germans don't, neglect their past. However, they don't, they don't hold on to it, but they don't neglect it. Like, I just don't get it. Like, the accountability level is just insane. Like, I remember I made a video reacting to a soldier song from Germany, and the Germans didn't want me to react to it. And it's crazy because to me, I'm like, okay, I'm checking out a song, a part of the history of Germany. And they're like, well, what about the people who were the victims of these activities from the people who sung these songs, right? And I'm like, man, that's real life, bro. Like, I'm not even thinking about it like that, right? And what I can say, man, what can I say? Like, Germans are just different.
And no country has achieved so much good in so little time. All right, everybody, of course, knows all the bad terrors from World War II and the Holocaust, but one thing I think a lot of people don't really know about, and I didn't really know about until I came to Germany, was how well this country does and how much effort it puts into making sure those horrible things never happen again in the future. And a big part of that is education. on what had happened in the past. You know the old saying, those who do not know history are doomed to repeat it. I think Germany takes that pretty seriously. In the introduction of this book, a very powerful memorial tool is mentioned. Something
like that quote right there, it's real life. Like sometimes for me, like, you know, one of the strongest part of America's history is the whole racism crap, right? And sometimes I'm like, well, it seems as if a lot of people, when they learn about racism, it's like, you know, they get this drive to be and to do it, right? However, it's a flip side in Germany, my humble opinion. Like the Germans learn about the negative things that happen. And it's like they actually understand why it shouldn't have happened or why it shouldn't have been done that way. And it's amazing. Like, and you know what's most beautiful about Germany, my humble opinion? The fact that Germany fell and look where they're at right now. That's the most beautiful part. It's like, you know, they conquered so many things, right? But you cannot say these people are living off of that. Like everybody can say America is living off of slavery because America has been great since then, right? However, that's not the same with Germany. If you look deep into the history of Germany, because Germany was up, then they went down, and they went down real bad, right? That's why we had East and West Berlin, right? And then guess what? We up now. So Germany, man, like, I know I'm talking too much in this video. I'm talking a lot, but it really gets me emotional thinking about what Nav said and the facts about the situation.
That I've known about since my first year in Germany, something that I see all the time, something that whenever my family members come here to visit, I point it out to them and they always find it very powerful as well. I see these things all the time, and now that I'm actually looking for them, can't seem to find them.
Can't find them.
I know there's quite a few here.
Stolpersteine, or stumbling stones. Now, I'll let Rachel from DW's Meet the Germans explain.
One subtle yet striking part of the memorial culture in Germany are the Stolpersteine, or stumbling stones. These small brass squares are inscribed with the names of victims of the Nazi regime and set into the pavement outside their last known address. The project was started in the 90s by German artist Gunter Demnig, and today there are more than 75,000 stumbling stones across Germany and other countries. But even this is not without controversy. The city of Munich has actually banned the stones from being installed on public ground, after some people, including a prominent Jewish community leader, argued that it was disrespectful to commemorate victims with something on the ground that you can walk over. The city has instead opted for wall plaques like this one.
So I can understand the controversy behind some of these. I mean, these are supposed to be memorials that pay respect to victims, and if they're on the ground, people can walk over them, and just by nature, that's not a respectful act. So I understand a little bit of the controversy behind them, but I'm actually a fan of these. In my opinion, it lowers the barrier of entry for modern day people to learn about history and to be educated about history. It's one thing to be interested and to go to a museum and read and see memorials and learn about it like that. But it's a whole other thing to just be going about your day-to-day life in your city and coming across these memorials.
I honestly think it's better off on the floor. Like, think about it, right? They died. And if you bury someone, you don't bury them upright. You bury them, you know, flat, right? Technically, all the tombstones and all of these things are actually flat. Even though the tombstones are upright, majority of them have a flat to it, right? So what I'm thinking about is that the fact that tombstones are just like that, I don't really see a problem with that. Yeah, I get what other people are saying. It's like you're walking over these people and whatever. But the whole point is, I think it's better in the ground, because seeing a gold plaque in the ground, if I visit Germany right now and I see a gold plaque in the ground, I'm going to be like, what the heck is that? You know, like when you go on Hollywood Boulevard in I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. But in California, there's a strip, right, where all these famous people have their little star, right? Hollywood star, whatever, right? Yeah, like something like that. Everybody walks on it, right? So I don't really know, but I don't really have a problem with it. I think it's actually really cool. The wall version is also cool, but I don't think it's going to catch a lot of attention like the ones on the floor.
Memorials that bring history right to you today. You know, you can't help but see those and think about the victims of those horrible events back in the day. It's a pretty powerful experience to be walking into a cafe or restaurant, seeing these stumbling stones on the ground, reading the names of the people and what their ultimate fate was, and then going into that building and looking at the walls, at the floor, at the window, and now having a connection to individual people or families, and to actually be able to think about them while you're there in that building. I think that's a pretty powerful experience, and it's something that you almost can't help but experience when you see these things. So I'm a fan of these because it makes learning about history and being informed and being able to pay respect to victims, it makes it much more common and like an everyday thing. Yesterday was November 9th, which is a significant day in German history. A lot of important things have happened on November 9th throughout the years in Germany. Two of the big ones are the fall of the Berlin Wall and then Kristallnacht, the Night of the Broken Glass in 1938. And last night I was walking through Schwäbisch Hall and I stumbled across a gathering of people who were basically paying tribute to the victims of Kristallnacht. They were gathering, they were giving a little speech about some victims, playing some music, and really making sure that history is not forgotten. I mean, here we are 80 years later in Germany with these German people who had nothing to do with those horrible events of the past, but take a responsibility and feel a responsibility to make sure that history is kept alive and that people don't forget about it, and to make sure that type of stuff doesn't happen again. I really respect that. The more I learn about history, the more I realize that every single country has a dark past. But I think no country addresses their dark past as well as Germany. And I really respect its attitude and behavior on this subject.
70, 80 Jahre danach zu sagen, wir tragen daran Schuld, fände ich viel zu groß. Aber ich glaube, wir tragen eine Verantwortung, das was irgendwo verhindern, dass sowas wieder passiert.
If you're a German viewer, you probably knew about these. This probably isn't anything new to you, but I remember when I first discovered these after coming to Germany from the States, I was like, wow, that's pretty cool that they do that. I think that's a really powerful memorial tool. And I've been meaning to make a video about it for a while, and I think the introduction of this book kind of sparked me to do it. So yeah, guys, that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I hope you have a lovely day.
Nah, bro, shout out to Nalf, bro. This was a beautiful video. Shout out to Nalf. And you know, what can I say? It's actually really beautiful what the Germans did here. And you know, I think the Germans are you know, people that should be, you know, followed in these type of pathways. Like Nalf said, man, like every country got their dark past, dark history, something dark about it, you know, some negative thing. But the way how you handle it in the future has a lot to do with it. And I think 90% of countries do not handle it the way how the Germans do. I'm not going to say Germans are perfect, right? And I'm not going to, I know that all Germans are not with this, right? But I think it is beautiful that there are so many Germans out there doing this wonderful thing. And yeah, y'all can let me know what y'all think about the situation in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I'm out of here. Peace.